Okay, so in Season 2 I have spoken in the Tekken Talk live and interview videos about the upcoming defensive improvements. However, I feel that I haven't fully conveyed the details and the significance of these changes. Season 2 introduces major system changes to sidestepping and movement mechanics. You can now sidestep towards the foreground while in a crouching state. You can complete the input for a sidewalk using input buffering. I would like to explain how these changes will affect matches using some video samples. Of course, I fully understand that the effectiveness of these adjustments may vary depending on factors like character size, their sidestep and sidewalk performance, and the axis situation when moves hit or are blocked. There may also be scenarios where a safer and simpler option than a sidestepping is available. Please keep in mind that these videos are simply reference examples to demonstrate how the increased sidestep and sidewalk options will contribute to defensive improvements. The sample video and explanation can be found in the thread. Jin versus Nina. The first example involves left side Jin getting hit by Nina's stiletto heel down back 3. In this situation, Nina's uppercut, jab, down forward 1-2 is a stable follow-up that takes advantage of a frame advantage. Until Season 1, characters could only perform sideways into the background from crouching state, making it extremely difficult to evade the uppercut, jab using a sidestep to the background. However, in Season 2, since it is now possible to perform a sidestep towards the foreground from crouching state, evading the uppercut jab becomes significantly easier compared to using a sidestep into the background. As a result, Nina will need to consider moves that counter a sidestep towards the foreground, limiting her stable options despite having a frame advantage. This gives Jin more defensive options, making it harder for Nina to apply pressure constantly. That ain't bad. I can't lie. That ain't bad. Crazy that you couldn't. Yeah, it was such an important thing that they did, honestly. We have to have this. Labbing gonna take forever, but I like it. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I must say the whole game changed now significantly. Like, we need some time to adjust to this. I can't even imagine it yet. So, being able to sidestep downwards or upwards means that the opponent needs to think how he takes his frames. And I need to think how he takes his frames in order to decide the side I want to step. Because before I would either not step or step, right? But now I can step into both directions. It makes the whole game different. Damn. It makes the game more complicated also, I must say. The game is becoming more complicated in that regard. Do you like that it's becoming more complicated in that regard? Because this will distinguish the people that put in the effort with the people that can't be asked a lot, you know, by a shit ton. Because if you individually know where you need to step, you're gonna have a competitive advantage. A big competitive advantage. So it is a skill expression, yeah. I think also it's good. Lydia versus Steve. I don't need his explanation, to be honest. Let's just watch it. You see how when you do that move, you cannot move downwards normally after your own joint, yeah? And his follow-up is like this move. On the P1 side, you can do that because naturally on P1, when you step upwards, you step left. But when you step upwards on P2, you step right. So this is also very helpful. Oh, this game is gonna be like clockwork all the time. Like, this is how I imagine it now. Yeah, I like it. My brain What do you not understand? I can tell you. Do you not understand something or? The new stepping. If you do, what character do you play? Good morning, Strife. Brian, Clive, Lydia. Okay, Lydia is a good example. So after Lydia's down 2, okay, on hit, can you step downwards? Like into the screen? No, you can't. And the opponent knows that you can't. And because of this, he will always go with this check here. And this check, you can't avoid it. Unless you play on P1. Because you can always step upwards in Tekken after crouch. But upwards on P1 is sidestep left. Upwards on P2 is sidestep right. This move tracks to the right and is weak to the left. And therefore, this situation here is nonsense on P2, but strong on P1. Now, within the new season, you can step into both directions, making this obsolete. If you play P1 or P2, it doesn't matter. Do you get that? Man, this is weird, but good. Salam, salam. Oh, that is so nasty. This garbage flowchart is gone. Yeah, I love that the dumb flowcharts are gone. You know how you, when you hit something and you already know what you're gonna do afterwards, I don't like that. Because, okay, where is the brain power? You just choose the option that can't be avoided and call it a day. Now the options can be avoided, so you need to distinguish. Do I use something that tracks to the left? Or do I use something that tracks to the right? And if you wanna use a homing move, because you don't know where the opponent wants to sidestep, then you're gonna lose frames and are susceptible to interrupting. So a high level player will notice, oh, he doesn't take the frames well, so I'm gonna now start to mash down forward 2 and stuff like that. So it puts in a new layer. Because most of the time in this game, homing moves are slow startup. You know, they are like I-20 and above. Kazuya versus Zafina. So this works on P1, but it doesn't on P2 normally. And he's gonna demonstrate that now. Tekken 8 version 2.0. Character behavior and performance adjustments. Let's go through it. Are you excited? In Season 1, offensive options utilizing the heat system had become somewhat formulaic, making it difficult for players to express their individual playstyles. Additionally, the advantages for the attacking player during heat were often too great, leading to one-sided match developments, an issue we have acknowledged. With that in mind, Season 2 introduces a wide range of updates to the battle system and significant adjustments, and new moves for each character based on the following 3 guiding principles. Expanding strategic options with the heat system. Activating heat provides a major advantage, creating opportunities to pressure opponents with mid-low mix-ups. However, characters lacking strong standing low attacks have been unable to fully capitalize on this advantage. To address this, we've made it possible to transition into a crouching state after a successful heat engager by hitting down forward, down or down back, giving players more options to apply pressure. So that is basically full crouch mix up after heat dash. Additionally, certain characters can now perform heat smash or heat burst from unique stances, enhancing combo variety and mind games during neutral. For characters who previously had limited tactical options during heat, we've introduced new heat exclusive moves to make their heat state more appealing and dynamic. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate now, but I think Lee is gonna get buffed. I think Lee is gonna get some heat enhanced move that he doesn't have at the moment at all, and holy moly, I can't be asked. Because some characters are so strong that they don't need anything additional in heat. And if they think like a character that doesn't have anything additional needs to get something, then that is bad, in my opinion. Yeah, he's cool as he is. I'll be honest, Lee heat is dog water. Yeah, but he has a demon paw, heat dash, full combo, FF3 basically. How can that be bad in any shape or form? I think Lee is very strong. Also, he gets a while standing 2-free launcher and stuff like that. We've introduced new heat, blah blah blah. Okay, rebalancing offense and defense with the heat system. To address overly one-sided match dynamics, we've reduced chip damage across the board during heat state, where this impact was most pronounced. Additionally, in endgame scenarios, it had to become common to secure KOs by landing chip damage via heat dash, followed by a quick finishing move, limiting creative decision making. To improve this, we've lowered the additional chip damage when heat dash is blocked. Heat dash blocked, less chip damage is good. We've also made adjustments to how recoverable health works. Now even damage taken while grounded will leave recoverable gold. Everything has recoverable health now. What do you think about that? So if I do a health sweep, it's recoverable health. So every joint on hit is gonna be recoverable. Shit changed because steel pedals already gave recoverable health. Yeah, but the thing is, like, some characters will suffer a lot from this, because if your grounded fucking mixes have recoverable health, then the games will be very long. Yes, it is in heat, but the characters are in heat all the time till you die. That notion, it is only in heat, doesn't work. We are in heat all the time. What they mean is damage taken while... I do get that. I don't know what to think about it yet. No opinion. But the only thing I could say is maybe this, like... How long is a round in Tekken by standard fucking settings? 90 seconds? 60 seconds? What was it? 60 seconds. Like, with this change, it sounds like you recover so much health 24/7 that the rounds may take longer than usual. It's gonna be like a chewing gum. The fucking round gets extended by a lot, like on average, just by this implementation. This is just my take. There were way too many 15-second... You will still have those 15-second rounds, because if you guess wrong, you guess wrong until you're dead. But if you guess right once and then you can recover the health, then that is good. So we have to see. This not only softens the offensive pressure of heat, but also makes the defensive merits more tangible, giving defending players more opportunities to recover and fight back. Moreover, heat dash has long had numerous benefits, particularly when used from heat engagers with power crush properties. However, this created a gap in power between characters and often led to unbalanced mind game. To address this, we've removed the power crush property from most heat engagers, or replaced them with other moves, except in a few cases where it's part of a character's identity. Exceptions include characters like Jack, Kuma, Panda, Leo, whose unique stance retain power crush properties on their heat engager. So only Jack, Kuma, Panda, and Leo have power crush heat engager. No, like... There is more, sorry. Exception includes characters like. The point here is like. When they say like, that means it's more. It's more characters. It's more characters than Jack 8, Kuma, Panda, and Leo, definitely. They wouldn't say like. They would just say, these are the characters. Oh, I thought they removed Victor's and Azucena's. They could have removed it. They could have not removed it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Kuma sees Power Crush is not coming out from stands. They tripping. Yeah, I'm trying to think which one they are talking about, Power Crush from stands. Am I the only one that doesn't know a Power Crush that Kuma has from stands? He can go into stands after the Power Crush. Yeah, but the Power Crush doesn't come out from the stands. Okay, fair enough. Improvements in controls to bolster defensive techniques and provide more enjoyable play. Historically, in Tekken, it was not possible to sidestep towards the foreground while in a crouching state. This created situations where, for example, a string that could be avoided from the P1 side became unavoidable from the P2 side, leading to imbalances in mind games unrelated to player skill or knowledge. In Season 2, this issue has been resolved. Players can now sidestep towards the screen, even while crouching, ensuring the movement options are consistent regardless of side. Additionally, quality of life improvements include input buffering at the start of the round. Input buffering at the start of the round. So you already do electric and then you wait and then fight. Do it! But we have to think about something. We have to think about something. In Tekken's history, the round start was bugged always. Why? It was because you don't know if you win or not, even though your frame advantage is like your frames are faster than what the opponent uses, you lose. Let's say you do a jab and I do down forward 2, but you lose, even though you mashed it. That is nonsense, to be honest. When you can buffer it and there's a dedicated moment where the move comes out and then either your decision is the right one or it is the wrong one, then that implementation is good. Okay, so allowing to buffer the move. Input buffering for sidestep, even during recovery or stunned states, so players can buffer movement and execute it seamlessly once able to react. So let's say you get hit by a +8 joint into crouch. You already determined where you want to step downwards or forward. You press that, and whenever your character is out of that like stun, then he moves. The +8 joint. These changes aim to improve the overall responsiveness and fluidity of control, helping players of all levels enjoy the game more comfortably. Regarding future adjustments. Okay, so all of this shit that you have seen here will be implemented Sunday night on Monday. Okay? No, you can buffer. It says sidestep specifically. Okay, these are the changes for Sunday night. And now this is changes that are gonna come in the coming weeks. Because they didn't know that the game is so dog shit that they need to change even more. But hey, yes, the game is very ass. Please change more. Thank you. Ah, it's Tuesday. Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. It's Tuesday. In Season 2, address the difficulty of countering throws. The following adjustments have been implemented. Loosening the input. You have more time? Okay, wait a minute. Additionally, in order to address issues pertaining to the large frame advantage on heat activation and the excessive strength of heat dash, the development team is currently in the final stages of making adjustments geared towards re-evaluating aspects that impact the strength of offense and also focus on improvements in defense. Okay, frame advantages after heat dash and heat, whatever the fuck, block, smoke, next shit is gonna be adjusted. Alright. In Season 2, to address the difficulty of countering throws, the following adjustment has been implemented. Loosening the input window for throw breaks using 1+2 specifically. This change aims to reduce instances where players fail to break the throws despite successfully predicting them, particularly due to the difficulty of executing simultaneous button presses. Yeah, but if they loosen the window for inputting that, isn't the throw break then easier? Or am I understanding that wrong? How do you implement it? If they say you have a larger window is numbers. Numbers is frames. Frames is time. Time is I have more time to press, so I can be a bit slower. I just put this out here. Might be wrong. Increase recovery for whiff normal throws. Adjustment intent. By increasing the recovery on whiff, 6 frames, players will have an easier time punishing opponents who miss their throws, especially when using crouches or backdashes to evade. 6 frames? That's a lot. So if you once you grab, your character is gonna be do it. Nah, people will use throws, but this is a good implementation. You know why? But I have a problem. This is just normal throws. This is not like command throw. You know, this is the standard 1+2 and 2+4. 1+3 and 2+4 throws. Yeah, these are generics. Very important. So this doesn't affect command throws. But at the same time, you can, you know, have you ever ducked a throw and then did a hell sweep or a low to punish because you knew you are not in time to whiff punish? That will still happen. Unironically, because no one uses generics. Like, generic throws here and there, fair enough, but generic throws in this game are not a threat. However, considering that throws are often ineffective against opponents who can react and break them upon seeing in the animation, additional benefits are being provided to the player attempting the throw. When a throw break is successfully performed, the thrower will recover 1 point of recoverable health. What? My pinky? Honestly, this is what I think about this change. What is that gonna do? 1 HP. When a throw break is successfully performed, player that was grabbed will receive 5 points of recoverable health. That is good. On the other hand, I fuck with this. So basically, when the king player comes in and I break all these giant swings and shining wizards, God knows how, I'm gonna get health. 5 health, 10 health, 15 health, at least 20 health maybe in a king matchup you will get. 20. If you're good with breaking, 5 points is good. No, he get damage. Oh my fucking god, bro. I was so happy for 1 second. Revised adjustment after community feedback. After the initial announcement, the development team received feedback from players and reconsidered one of the proposed adjustments. It was concluded that imposing a disadvantage on the defender for executing a successful throw break would be excessive, as throw breaking is a high skill mechanic that reflects a player's practice and proficiency. As such, the following spec will be scrapped in an upcoming patch. When a throw break is successfully performed, player that was grabbed will receive 5 points of recoverable health damage. Why do they do this with me? What is this roller coaster? I was right! Shut up, man! Fuck you! You wanna give me a heart attack? I'm fasting. Dude, I'm mentally touchable right now. While these changes will be applied as soon as possible, there might be a slight delay following the release of version 2.0. The adjustments are scheduled to be completed before the opening of TWT on May 9th. That's a long time. So we have to get... So we will be playing under this dog shit with the chip damage though. They only reverted it and it's coming at later date anyway, so honestly this doesn't change much. Well, it changes more for the overall curse of the game, but 5 weeks or so, we need to suck it up. It's not for a few days, it's for a few weeks. It's okay, I guess, because you got to give them also time. They made a shit fucking patch. They realized it's shit, and then they need to change it, and implementing things takes time. Rather give these bastards a bit time and test everything, instead of telling them, hey, give me now, like, bro, like, give them time, bro. They're gonna just shit it out, and then you're gonna play, it's gonna be bugged, and here this character somehow does it, and here in this situation it doesn't happen, and then it happens. Like, give the bastards a bit time, bro. They are fucking thick in the head.